Hey best friends, thank you for joining us here at Beauty and Not the Beast. For all y'all that already know that we're basically breaking down everyone's testimony. So if y'all want to get right into it, go ahead and fast forward this video past the next 2 to 3 minutes. If you're new here, please just take a minute and listen to the whole video.
Welcome to Beauty and Not the Beast, where conversations flowing hearts and throw. We talk about life and love so sweet, and all the shows we love to binge and tweet. From relationships to social media trends, we share it all, our hearts we blend. Celebrity gossip and juicy rumors, we dish it all, no holds barred, no humor. So join us here in this magical place where laughter and love always embrace. Welcome to Beauty and Not the Beast, y'all.
You guys can check our timeline, so make sure you follow us and turn your notification on, because we're breaking down each individual that the state called to the stand testimony. We're going to show their full testimony. We're going to post it individually so that it's convenient, so that you guys can catch up with exactly what was said and what is going on with the Naziah Harris trial before it starts March 2025. Let's get it. All right, you guys, before we press play on this testimony, let me just give you a quick recap. All right, so this trial is going to include a 13-year-old girl by the name of Naziah Harris, a grown man by the name of Jarvis Butts, and a whole lot of adults who failed Naziah. Now, on January the 9th, 2024, 13-year-old Naziah Harris got off her school bus only to never be seen again. Naziah was reported missing January the 9th by her grandmother, the same grandmother who adopted her. That grandmother's name, Annetta Harris. Now, Miss Harris said it wasn't like her to go missing, especially from after school. It wasn't like her at all. But that same grandmother did not report Naziah as missing until the next morning. Now, she didn't report her missing to the police. She actually waited. The school bus usually lets the kids out around 3 o'clock. She waited until the next morning after she dropped the other kids off at school. She went to Naziah's school and let them know that Naziah did not get off the bus yesterday. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a red flag on the play, because if you say it's not in her nature to go missing, and the bus usually gets out around 3:10, if your child's not there by the normal time, 3:30, especially 4 o'clock, I am calling the police. I am calling to school to see, did my child get on the bus first and what happened? But you don't even call the school. You wait until the next day to go and question the school or let them know. Whatever. Anywho, let's continue. Just giving a little background here. So there's video that shows Naziah leaving the school. There's video of her getting off the bus. The prosecution team says that Naziah met up with Jarvis and his co-worker, aka his business partner, King. King's real name is Cardell Wright. Now, I'm going to just insert this here that I feel like he could have had something to do with this as well. Okay? I do not understand why these two grown men met up with Naziah and took her back to their auto repair shop. Okay? Now, throughout this, you will hear testimony from another witness that says that Jarvis, King, and Naziah visit her home, which is about 30 minutes away from the auto repair shop. They visit her home to come look at a vehicle that she was having trouble with, okay? She states that they were there anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour. But she also confirms all three of them left together. Okay? Now, the prosecution team throughout this investigation finds out that Jarvis has been sending inappropriate sexual text messages to Neziah. Now, in return, Neziah, this poor baby, was also sending him messages. You know why? Because he has groomed her. Neziah believes that they're in a relationship. The text messages between these two started as far back as September 2022. Now, if you ask me, that's all we have a paper trail for. Maybe Neziah didn't have a phone before she was 11 years old, and he was doing this to her way before then. Who knows? But you guys, there's your recap. Again, follow us, hit the like. I have took time to break down each individual's testimony so that I can give you guys an individual video so that it's convenient that we watch the testimonies and we try to put the pieces together. So when this trial starts March 2025, we are ready. All right. I hope you guys have a lovely day. I'm about to press play.
Record that Officer Wolfe is an employee at 36th District Court. I do not have a personal relationship with him, only a working relationship in which he comes to the courtroom in 234 to do his job as a court officer. I want to make sure with the people in defense there's no objection to me hearing his testimony today.
No. Okay. No objection.
Okay, I swear you in. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay, you can begin.
Hey, can you state your name for the record, sir?
Derrickk Wolfe.
And what do you do for a living currently?
I work at 36th District Court as a court officer.
And how long have you worked at 36th District Court?
2 months.
And prior to that, where did you work at?
Detroit Public School Police Department.
And how long did you in total work for the Detroit Public Schools?
17 and a half years.
You worked for DPS for 17 and a half years?
Yes.
And how long have you been in law enforcement in total?
39 years.
Before DPS, who did you work for?
I retired from Detroit Police Department.
And what were some of your common roles and responsibilities at the Detroit Public Schools Police Department?
We go to the school. Sometimes we talk to the kids. We take care of the building, take care of the principals, we take care of the family, and make sure everybody's about the law.
Oh. And in January of 2024, what was your assignment at the DPS Police Department?
I was assigned to investigations.
And as part of that assignment, does that include going out and taking reports from people who are making police reports to the school police department?
Yes.
Okay. I want to direct your attention to January 10th, 2024. Did you go to J.E. Clark School in Detroit?
Yes.
And what was the reason you went there, sir?
I got sent there by my lieutenant about a missing 13-year-old young lady from the school.
And when you went there, did you speak with someone who was making that report?
Yes.
Who was that person?
I talked to her guardian, her grandmother, which is her guardian.
And is that Annette Harris?
Yes.
And in terms of taking that report, what's that process like? I don't want to go into what anybody said to you, but what information are you looking for to gather to put into your report?
Okay, I'm making a missing report. So I asked Ms. Harris, when's the last time you seen her daughter? Her granddaughter. The description of what she had on. Has she ever been missing before? Does she have a boyfriend? Or she have friends she might go by the house and stay? Things of that sort.
And did you ask Ms. Harris all of those questions and get her answers?
Yes.
And then did you write an actual report?
Yes.
Okay. After you write that report, do you have any role in actually investigating to attempting to locate the missing person?
Yes.
Okay, what did you do after writing the report?
After I did the report, I canvassed the area looking for this young lady, although she was gone for at least 24 hours because she was missing the day before. And then from that point, we didn't find anything. So I found out the bus number that she was on. I got the video, and it showed where she got off the bus at Cornwell and 3 Mile.
You said Cornwell and 3 Mile?
Cornwell, 3 Mile.
Okay.
And from that point, like I said, we went to the house, talked to the guardian again, talked to some of the people in the house, and then we went on in and let it go from there.
Sorry, just to be clear, you keep on saying we. Are you doing these things with a partner?
Yes.
And who is that partner?
D.L. Gardner.
Okay. Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm approaching with what's already been admitted as People's Exhibit 2. Do you recognize that, sir?
Yes.
And what is that is contained in Exhibit 2?
The school bus.
And is that a still shot from the video that you pulled or that you received?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the bus that you identified that Neziah Harris was on?
Yes.
Okay. May I have one moment, sir?
Yes.
I have another question.
Okay, cross.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Mr. Wolfe, you were dispatched to the J. Clark School because you're an investigator for DPS.
I was not dispatched. The lieutenant came to the office and told us to go by the school for the missing.
Okay, so you were requested, your presence was requested at the school.
Yeah, from my lieutenant.
You don't have an office within the school,
No.
so you're not like the school resource officer, per se.
No.
Okay. And you said you met with Ms. Annette Harris on the 10th,
Yes.
and that's of January of 2022.
January. Yes.
But that was early in the morning,
Around between 11 and 12.
so school was in session at that time.
Yes.
Did you speak with the teacher who was in Neziah's classroom on the 9th of January?
No.
Did you speak with any of Neziah's known friends?
In the investigation, yes.
You did. Who did you speak to?
I can't recall that.
Did you write them in a report?
No, not a missing report.
Okay, so you spoke with folks, but you didn't record their names?
I recorded it probably on my run sheet, but not inside the missing report.
And you didn't take statements from anybody?
No, not at the time.
Ever?
No.
Okay. Did you speak with anybody else at the school about Neziah, either on the 10th or any time after that?
Only on the 10th I talked to the guardian, which is the grandmother, and a couple of students.
A couple?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how many?
A couple, too.
2. Okay. Just want to make sure we have the same definition of a couple. And you said you canvassed the area?
Yes.
What area did you canvass?
The 3 Mile area, we were all around there, checking the alleys, knocking on doors, seeing if we can get some video, doorbell, camera footage, things like that.
3 Mile, is that 3 Mile Drive?
3 Mile in Cornwell, that area.
Okay, and that's where the bus stop was?
Yes.
Where Neziah would have gotten off the bus?
Yes.
Okay. Anywhere else around the school?
We checked around the schools. We checked matter of fact, on her street as well. We didn't find anything.
In her classroom, does she have a locker or a cubby or anything where she stores items?
I can answer that question.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Fair to say then that you didn't check?
I may have, but I can't recall right now because it's been such a long time.
Is there a report that documents whether you did or not?
No.
Okay. And after you did the canvass of the area of 3 Mile Drive in Cornwall, what else did you do?
I went back to the station, advised the lieutenant of what we came up with.
Which was what?
Which was, I talked to the parent, the grandparent, talked to a couple of students. We didn't find anything from doing our search of the area.
So did you do anything else in regards to investigating?
No, I did not, because I was getting ready to retire, so I was done.
Okay. I don't have anything further.
Any redirect?
Very briefly, Judge. How long, you were first notified about this on the 10th, correct?
Yes.
And how long did you stay involved in the investigation?
That day.
Okay, so your activities that Ms. Quick asked you about all happened on the 10th of January?
Yes.
What happened to the investigation after the 10th?
If someone else's investigation would have took over, besides me, because once again I was leaving, but I gave all the information that I had along with my run sheet as well. So
it was passed off to another investigator?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Okay, and then are you aware of what happened after that?
No.
Okay. And you said that on the 10th, your lieutenant came in and asked you to go to J.E. Clark?
Yes.
And who is your lieutenant?
At the time with George Harris.
Okay. I have no further question.
I just clarification. You said you were leaving. Are you mean leaving DPS or leaving the gang?
Retiring.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions based off of my question?
No, Judge.
Okay. You were all done.